Would you give money to a total stranger just because it's their birthday? Well, I'm about to ask 100 strangers if they're willing to sponsor my birthday with whatever they can, to see if you really need money for a good birthday experience or if it's the people around you that make it special. I didn't have much time after class, so I jumped right in. The plan was to go for groups, target the food court, and then try my luck with some law and med students. Slight issue though. The bus leaves by 5:30, which means I have less than 3 hours to ask as many people as possible. On my way to Volta, I ran into 2 friends outside of SPS. Princess Bassi and Treasure. Thank you. That's calm. Princess promised 10k, Treasure came through with the first actual donation, but Bassi gave me my first rejection. And just like that, we have the 3 responses we're going to be getting throughout this video.
I swear you can't ready. I swear to God.
So, I want to ask if you'll be willing to sponsor a stranger's birthday in any way. Abdul Hadi sent 1k, but Mohsin didn't send anything. Noni said no. Same thing from Aliu and someone who did not drop a name. AJ sent 2k, but I never received it. I might have to go back downstairs. I finally reached Volta and I got cash from Esther, Shopee and David as well. Yeah. It's cash from the house. Do you guys know why I came to medical block? This is the richest.
I'm not engineering.
Oh, you're engineering?
Yeah.
Miyokun lost a bet apparently. I see I wasn't feeling it.
My body's telling me to say yes.
Any amount.
For the
Any amount at all. But MJ was. I didn't see Emmanuel's 1k, but then Mabel and Christopher said no. I left Volta for Limpopo, passing the library, which I decided not to go in because it was the place of study. Okay, so I'm in the law building now, and with the kind of money that law students pay, I think it's safe to assume that some of them might have some money. Let's go and ask. In Limpopo, I met Justina that sent me 2k and an unnamed girl that said no.
Exactly how we're about to when you're from
Where about her? I met a bunch of friends and they all came through except for Daniel, who was apparently, and the rejections kept coming back to back as well. After that terrible streak, I decided to leave Limpopo for Ubangi where I have my classes, and then things got better because I got 1-7 from Amuli, Ite and David. It's Tuesday and I'm beginning to think I picked a very bad day for this challenge. The bus leaves by 5:30, so I think I have an hour or so left. Sorry I had to record on my laptop. I'm currently charging my phone, so 1-5 from Cody, 2k each from Obianuju and Mimi. I was feeling good, but then I stopped receiving money for the day because 2 guys and a girl that didn't give names and Rhea all said no. So what I'm thinking is I come back tomorrow to finish the challenge, but while I'm in the bus, I can just get the responses from everyone in the bus. Simple. It's going to be a lot of news, but it's usually like that with this kind of challenges anyways. On my way to the car park, I thought things could change with Ofe and Uchichi, but I never saw the 1k that they both sent, and it didn't get better from there at all. Okay, it turned out that my boss was not here yet, so while I wait for the boss to arrive, let me tell you what this is really all about. You see, growing up, I've never really celebrated my birthday, mostly because of my humble background, but over time, I've learned to put myself out there and reach out, because honestly, you never know what can come from a single idea, a single post, or even a single comment. Turning 21 this year felt different in a way I can't describe, so I'm doing this as a way to show up for myself as I fully step into my 20s. Also because this challenge is fun as hell. We just reached 50 people. I'm going to have to come back to school tomorrow to ask the remaining people. Most of the responses were no, which is understandable, but I think I would have asked a lot more people if I wasn't so anxious or shy to ask. Let's hope we get a better response tomorrow. Even though some people said yes, most said no, and I'm waiting on 5 people. I noticed that the girls tend to agree more and also give more as well, just a little fun fact. I'm starting off the day at this spot called Trailblazers in Food Court. My phone was very low, so I'm using my webcam again for a bit. So what I want to do is that my birthday is on Friday, but I set up a challenge. I'm trying to ask 100 strangers if they'll be willing to sponsor it with anything they want to. I asked 50 people already, so you're the first person I'm asking today. I got 500 from both Daniel and Peter. I left Food Court for Ubangi to charge my dying laptop, where I met a group of friends that once again all came true. Well, except for Fatima. I did not say a 2k. 1-5 from Charles, and because I asked them to give me any amount, Jeffrey literally gave me 16 naira. I'm pretty impressed that he still has a 10 naira note, to be honest. Anyways, Fivo and Miriam both said no. After a while, I went back to Food Court and received 500 from both Chijoke and Daniel, but someone could not make any transfer. This is my friend Awazi. He told me he wanted to pick a random group of people for me to approach after I told him what I was doing. I was hoping he didn't pick this particular group of intimidating people, but then he pointed out a group of 3 friends that actually looked super friendly, which I was very happy about. I went over there and Ruth and Olivia shared a certain amount of money, which I won't say on camera. I promise I won't say on camera. But then Jeffrey gave me 500. I think the boys are beginning to make a comeback. Both Remote and TB said they were not able to help me at the moment. Never mind. I never got Hannah's 1K. Amaricha advised me to work on my pitch if I wanted more people to agree. But then I explained to her that getting money was not the goal. It was just to see if people were willing to. She still said no though, and then rejections kept happening back to back. Again, I was now 3/4 of the way done and I didn't have much time left, so I locked in and asked anyone I saw. This group of friends offered me a power bank and offered to film for me too. And then I got 500 from Thelma and then 1K each from Buster and Ugo. We had a few rejections back to back, but at least one of them changed his mind. I then got 3K from John, 1K from Ugo, but then Razan and ESA were both uninterested. Neo and Reki gave me 200 naira each, but they were so suspicious that I was doing money ritual or something. I mean, imagine a stranger walks up to you and asks you for money and then your name. Just saying. Anyways, I got 1.5 in cash thanks to Chimamanda and Kungaba. Toby and Tufa were willing to but could not transfer. Jordan, however, was not willing to. It was now time to start leaving for the car park, and on my way, Khadija and Rahma both gave me 1K in cash, and then I got 5K thanks to Latifa, Miriam and Aisha. At the end of the day, more people actually said yes. However, I was now waiting on 11 people, which means I was expected to tell from 69K down to 46K. The best feelings I had on my birthday came from the act of, giving. Yes, even though it's thanks to money, money is just a tool at the end of the day. So leave it at that and try to do good when you can as well. That's about it. See you next time.